Good morning, everyone. I hope you are doing well today. So, got some little weirdness going on. It says I've been live streaming for like 17 hours now. Uh, I hope that's not the case because I have no idea why it would say that. Okay, so this is what happens when you're dealing with technology early in the morning. So, I hope everyone is doing well. Um, I hope everyone is doing well, and I hope you're here having a lot of fun. I need to go ahead and get started here on Instagram. So for those of you tuning in, today is CFO Day. If you don't know what CFO Day is, we're going to talk about that today. Good morning, Beatrice. So let me go ahead and share this out to a couple of folks that, you know what, that might want to hang out with us this morning. So let's go ahead and do that really quick. So today we're going to talk about welcoming in August. It is a brand new month. And I don't know if y'all know this. This is month 8. Month 8 out of 12. And people start to get a little bit more serious around now, or they start thinking about getting serious. Some people are still like in the clouds because it's like, oh my gosh, it's still vacation time. I'll worry about it in the fall. But I need to tell you a few things that we got to start worrying about this right now. Like seriously, we got to start worrying about this right now. And the best way for us to do that is to make sure, oh my gosh, I shared on my own page. You guys got to excuse me. I'm doing like some craziness here this morning. Oh my gosh, I'm doing like extra in the crazy department. But we'll just let that slide. All right. So for those of you who are tuning in, I am Phylecia Jones, budgetologist and solopreneur money management expert. And you are watching Ask the Budgetologist. I come to you live every morning at 7:45 a.m.-ish Mountain Time. And I answer any questions you have about business, budgeting, and solo entrepreneurship. And I give you tons of unsolicited financial advice. Now, I come to you live here on Facebook.com/Keep Up with Mrs. Jones and over on Instagram. So, hey, to all my folks over on Instagram. And if you ever want to join the party, all you got to do is go follow me over on Instagram. Follow me on the gram. You can see all kinds of fun photos and things like that. So, hey, Heather, how are you doing this morning? So before we get started, I want to let you know we got a couple of things going on here. First, if you need to schedule a session with me, you know how to do it. All you got to do is go to keepupwithmrsjones.com/jumpstart. My jumpstart sessions, the prices are going to go up on August 6th. Right now, they are $100 for 45 minutes. So I can either help you jumpstart your budget or help you jumpstart your speaking career. Oh, and those have been so much fun. I love doing those. But the price has to go up because they've been popular. And yeah, it's just time. I practice what I preach, y'all. So when you get some people who buy your stuff, raise the price, you know. But I'm going to be offering a few new things coming in the fall. So, you know, you can wait around and see that, you know, and see what's going on. But August 12th through August 18th, we have podcast week. We're going to launch, leverage, and land speaking gigs with your podcast. So for all of you who are speakers, for all of you who are trying to get in the speaking game and you are curious about podcasting, or you have a podcast week and you just haven't used it to its full benefit, here I want to let you know, August 12th through August 18th, we're going to be doing podcast week. All you have to do for those of you on Facebook, boom, 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 you can register. You can register so you can get daily notifications, and there's going to be a bonus training session. I don't know when, but there's going to be a bonus webinar where I'm just going to give you everything so that you can land your next 5 speaking gigs, okay? And we're going to use that with your podcast, okay? So sign up for podcast week, and you're going to be signed up for the extra bonus training of how to land your next 5 speaking gigs. It's going to be absolutely for free because I'm going to put it behind one of my I'm going to turn it into a course. So I want you all to try it out for free. So you can go catch the link in the comment box. For those of you on Instagram, all you got to do is go check out the link in the bio. Seriously, go check the link in the bio. Sign up today. I'm going to bring on my dear sweet friend, Mr. Mark Asquith, the founder of Podcast Websites. We're partnering with them to help you get started with your podcast, to make it easy, to make it simple so that you can get going. Yeah, so I'm going to tell you all the issues that I had starting my podcast. I don't want you to do that, all right? And how you can save a lot of stress, time, and a little bit of money at the same time. So our dear sweet friends over at Podcast Websites, they will be joining us. They'll be joining us all week to help you launch, leverage, and land speaking gigs with your podcast. All right. If you got any questions on that, all you got to do is just let me know. All right. Here's the other thing. Today is August 1st. If you haven't realized that it is August, hey, Mary, hey, Prep for College, how you doing? Hey, is it Ill Birdie? Hey, Ill Birdie, what's up over there on Instagram? All right. It is August 1st. It is August 1st. It is August 1st. And for those of you listening to the podcast, it's August 1st. All right. That means this is month 8 out of 12. And the year is getting closer to ending than it was beginning. Now, I don't know about you, but it has gone very fast. And we have 4 months, 9, 10, 11, 12, 4 months until December, until the end of the year. And you have August and September. That's going to end the third quarter. Hey, over there on Instagram, how you doing? A floral note. Hey, a floral note. How you doing? So what we got to talk about today is what you are going to do so that you can be financially ahead and start prepping for everything that needs to happen inside of your business. And for all of August, our theme is going to be recession. Ooh, I know nobody wants to hear that word, but I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not somebody who I know all the deeps ins and out of the investment market, but I follow it a lot. I educated myself on it about 8 years ago. And I know a lot of smart people around me, but I like to read too. And I also see that there are slight grumblings of a recession. And what I want you to do is start preparing for that. Okay. As business owners, you know how recessions go. They hit us all hard personally, but as business owners, they'll hit us even more because people don't want to spend money. People don't want to support us because everybody's going to have financial issues and you're going to have your own financial issues. So what we got to start doing now is start prepping. We got to recession proof our businesses, especially for my solo entrepreneurs. We got to start recession proofing our businesses and our personal finances. That's what's going to get us through a recession. Okay. We can still hang on. Business may be a little light, but we can still hang on and we don't have to quit. Okay. What I don't want you to do is panic. Hey, dude, that's so dope. What's up over on Instagram? So for those of you who are coming in late, today we're going to talk about what to do on CFO Day, okay? What to do on CFO Day. Now, I have a free guide for you. It's called the 1st and 15th guide. I don't want to overload you with a whole bunch of things today, but if you want to get the 1st and 15th guide, just kind of yell at me, and I'll put it in the comment box if you really, really want it, because I really want you to come to podcast week. That's what I really want. But here's what you do on CFO Day. CFO Day is the 1st and 15th of each month, okay? The 1st and 15th of each month. This is where you're going to pull up your big girl pants and look at your numbers. I know a lot of you have said, well, I need to make budgeting fun. I need to make, no. If a recession is going to come, all the fun needs to come out. We need to be serious. And for 1 hour today, I'm asking you to just be serious about the finances in your business and or the finances in your personal life, okay? So for 1 hour, now I typically tell you between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. 6 a.m. and 9 a.m., I want you to take 1 hour. I'm your budgetologist and I'm begging you for 1 hour to look at the overall picture of your finances. That's it. You don't have to save the world. You don't have to try to pay off everything. I just want you to create this system so that you can start paying attention to what you need to do and what you're gonna do, okay? Now, during your 1 hour today, you're going to ask yourselves, I think 3 questions. 3 questions, yes. You're going to ask yourself 3 questions. What did I do in July? How much money came in? How much money went out? What did I do in July? That's going to be your first question. You're going to look at how much money you made, and you'd be surprised how many people I know have clients that still don't know how much money they've made, okay? And that's what I'm there for. You got to follow this stuff. So I want you to ask yourself, how much money did I make in July? How much money did I spend in July? Simple questions, y'all. You're business owners. You're supposed to be up on this anyway. Okay. So that's what you need to ask yourself for July. Then I want you to start prepping for August. How much money am I expecting to make? And how much money do I expect to spend in August? So, like I said, all you got to do is ask yourself, what did I do in July? What am I going to do in August? And then that's where we start comparing the two. We look at what we did and we look at what we need to do. This is how we get information from what we have done so that we can prepare for the future. And we can always stay a couple of months ahead with our finances and not just kind of winging it is it a wing and a prayer? What's a wing and a prayer? What does that mean? I need to look that up. But we're not winging it. This is what CFOs do, okay? We got to stay on top of these numbers. So the third question is, how am I going to bridge the gap? So we looked at what we have done in July. We look at what we need to do in August. And then we're going to answer the questions, how? How are we going to achieve it? Does that mean we're going to go door to door, knock on some doors, get some sales? Are we going to pick up the phone? For Heather, does that mean we're going to sit down, turn off all the social media and just get to crunching on some of the things that we talked about for you to go out there and get business? Is that what we're going to do? Are we going to do the follow-up that we've been saying, oh, I got to get to that? Is that what we're going to do? Hey, Karen, how you doing over on Instagram? Karen, we're talking about what to do on CFO Day. That's what we're talking about today. So you've asked yourself, what did I do in July? What do I need to do in August? Now we're going to answer how. How are we going to do it? Now, you know this, and I know this well. We can get caught up with a lot of fluffy stuff. We can get caught up with trying to put together some things that, we got to do our Facebook quotes. We get caught up with the things that won't answer the how. And that's what I need you to be able to separate. It's not that I don't want you to work on your podcast, to work on your website, to work on your live streaming. I want you to do all of that, but I want you to be very clear that for the entire month of August, that's not all what we're doing, okay? We got to do things. We got to do things that will put money in our bank accounts, okay? Seriously. Because if you keep asking yourself, if you look at what you did in July, and this is the day you should be doing that, look at what you did in July. And you're going to ask yourself, what do I need to do in August? Now we got to sit down and get the action plan of how we're going to get there. Because a lot of us, we say, oh, I need to make $10,000. And what do? We sit on our butts and do nothing. That's what we do. We sit on our butts and do nothing. I don't want you to do that for the month of August. And remember, we need to start preparing. If there is really a recession going to come, I don't know. I trust some of the financial people that I follow and read. And I actually talked to my financial advisor. Gosh, if you all thought I was a money nerd, oh my gosh, he's like so straight up money nerdy. I love it. He's so money nerdy. But we got to start paying attention to this because we can't just get slapped over the face when the rest of the world is happening, okay? And it's really easy for us as solopreneurs to have our head down and not pay attention, but you're really going to have to start paying attention to this stuff. And that's why I want you to figure out how you're going to bridge that gap from what you did in July to what you need to do in August. And for those of you who are coming in late, the question that's today, 1 hour, today is CFO Day. I want you to take 1 hour, figure out, sorry about that. What did I do in July? What do I need to do in August? These are numbers, not oh my gosh, I didn't live stream enough. No, I want hardcore numbers. Pull out the calculators, look at how much money you made, look how much money you spent. Look and see if you made a profit last month. And if you didn't, you need to start planning for August. Hardcore straight up numbers, not fluffy stuff, hardcore straight up numbers. That's what CFOs do, okay? And until you can hire a CFO, this is it. You're it, okay? Unless you can hire, if you want to hire me, I will gladly help you. But for right now, you are it. So you're going to have to take this very seriously. And the less you take it serious, the less your business is going to grow. Because I meet so many people, oh my gosh, I just don't like the numbers. Guess what? You are a business owner now. You love numbers. Numbers are your best friend. Numbers are going to tell you what is exactly going on in your business and where you need to fix things, okay? So what did I do in July? What do I need to do in August? And how are we going to bridge that gap to get hardcore numbers in our bank accounts? That's it. That's what you do on your CFO day. You could do CMO day tomorrow. You can do CEO day the next day. You can do what other things? I don't know. You could do COO days the day after that. But today is CFO day. We do hardcore numbers. We're not marketing. We're not understanding operations. We're not putting together processes. We're looking at straight up hardcore numbers. That's what we're doing. And Karen is saying the distance between dreams and reality is called action. I am my CFO. Yes, you are. And you got to be on top of this stuff. And you don't have to do this every day. I don't want you to get caught up in the numbers like every day and be stressed out about them. I just want you to realize that this is a system, just like everything else in your business, so that you can get used to the fact that you are the CEO, you are the CFO, okay? And you're going to have to look at your business as a whole. But today, this is where we look at the straight hardcore numbers. We are business owners. I know a lot of us are out there just wanting to help people, but guess what? You can't help anybody when you are broke. Just saying. You can't help anybody when you're broke and you're desperate and you stink of frustration. Frustration doesn't smell good. They don't have perfume called frustration, y'all. They don't. They just don't. If they do, call me a liar and send it to me. Because that would be a really interesting scent, what frustration smells like. All right. Any of you have any questions? Any questions, anyone? Pop them in the comment box. Over on Instagram, you have any questions, any thoughts? Seriously, I'm here to answer anything you have. Any thoughts, any questions, please put them down in the comment box. If you have any other details that you need to pay attention to with CFO Day, you can go to keepupwithmrsjones.com first and 15. That's 1STAND 15. First and 15. You can download the First and 15 guide. This is how to manage your money in 2 hours or less. It's absolutely a free guide. Seriously, it's a free guide, and it's going to go over exactly what we talked about. What you need to ask yourself. It has a few more details of what you need to ask yourself. The previous month, the current month, and how you fill in a gap. Okay, so you can go to keepupwithmrsjones.com first and 15. First and 15. Hey, Monique, how you doing? Thanks for the reminders. Pulled up my P&L and quit. Yes, pull up those P&L statements. Even if you don't know how to read it, open it. It's not rocket science, y'all. It's not rocket science. I have a degree in systems engineering and a degree in computer science. I worked with like one or two rocket scientists in my life. This ain't it. Trust me, there are no crazy formulas. All I want you to do is look. Even if you don't know what you're looking at, after a while, the numbers will start making sense because you'll see exactly what you've been spending. That's at least one thing you'll see with a P&L. So when you see that you spent $500 at IHOP for the entire month of July, yeah, there's no rocket science math needed for that. Just stop going to IHOP. Or is it iBurger? What do they call themselves these days? I don't know. Monique, you are welcome. So if you are working with P&L statements, pull them up. I don't care what you use. I don't care if you use Post-its, spreadsheets. Today is the day that you need to look at these numbers. And it's so interesting. I do have clients. I had a client last month and we got together and she was like, well, I want to work on all this stuff. And I was like, well, what are your numbers? Because she wanted to know, how do I give myself a salary? And, and every month I've been on her. I was like, we got to have CFO day. Tell me your numbers. Before we get into any conversations, I ask, give me your numbers. And she's like, well, I didn't work on my numbers. And it's like, well, then I can't help you. Here's the thing. If you don't know your numbers, how can I help you? No, seriously. If you don't know what's going on in your own house, how do you expect somebody else to come in and help you with fixing it? You're the business owner. You're the one who decided to start a business. You are. So right now you're going to have to take on a heavy load until you have $1 million to pay me to be your CFO. Yeah. But until then, you're it. You are it. 1 hour today. As your budgetologist for the day, I'm just begging you. Just give me 1 hour so that you can look at your numbers. Then you can ask me any questions. Any questions. Then I can help you a little bit more when you know what's going on. Because I know a lot of people who, this is always funny. People are like, can I send you my spreadsheet? No, I don't need to know your numbers. You need to know your numbers. Until you pay me, I don't need to know your numbers. Okay. So, because people are like, well, can you look at my spreadsheet and tell me what you see? No, you're it. We can go through it together, but nobody else is going to be able to read your numbers for you. And sorry, folks, your accountant and your bookkeeper, they are not it. They just help you keep everything together. Until you can hire somebody, you are the CFO. You need to know how to interpret everything that they're telling you, because bookkeeping, budgeting, and accounting are 3 different things. They are not the same thing. Remember that. They are not the same thing. I know, I feel like I'm preachy today. I know, I'm like preaching. All right. How else can I help you? Okay? This is where, when you figure out your numbers, we need to figure out what we need to do so that we can have our numbers together. And any questions that you have around this, please reach out to me. You can put it down in the comment box. You can DM me. You can text me. You can email me. I'm really out here to help anyone who needs to be helped when it comes to understanding the numbers in their business. All right? Can we talk about fun stuff now? Now we got to talk about spending money. No. All right. So once you take care of your numbers, I just want to remind you, all August 12th, we're going to be talking about feeding your budget. Now, here's the thing with business owners. You need to know your numbers so that you can feed your budget, so that you can have some money to budget. You see how that works? That's why you need to know these numbers. You need to know what you need to do so that we can figure out how we're going to get there. So all week on August 12th, we're going to be talking about, it's podcast week. And we're going to talk about some simple ways to feed your budget. Now, I have been live streaming into a podcast. I repurposed into a podcast. I've been doing it for over a year now. And speaking has been one of the best ways for me to get out there, market my business for a cheap, and to, have people hear what I'm saying. It's how I feed my budget. And all August 12th, I'm going to talk about speaking and how to use your podcast to help you land more speaking gigs. So for those of you who are thinking about podcasting, for those of you who have a podcast, I'm going to show you some little techniques. And even for live streamers, even if you're live streaming, I'm going to show you some techniques so that you can get in front of speaker coordinators a little bit faster so that they can pay attention to you. I'm going to show you some of the emails I get as a speaker coordinator that's like, I'm like, okay, that's enough about you. Why don't you tell me about, how you're going to help the group? And doing a little bit of research. Hey, Madham1000, how you doing over there on Instagram? So I want you to join me August 12th through 18th as podcast week. And plus, it's going to be a little fun. We got to have a little bit of fun. And I got to set you up for going into the fall. We got to look at some of the action plans that we can do right now to go into the fall, so that we can start planning for 2019. If you've been watching me since last year, the last quarter of the year is planning for 2019, because what you do in these 3 months will pay off in the next 3 months. Okay. And we're going to talk about that all of September. What have you been doing the last 3 months? Because if it ain't much, don't expect much come October, November, December. Okay. So we're going to talk about that. So look in the comments on Facebook. All you got to do, go to keepomrsjones.com/podcast week. But the link is in the comments. You can sign up. It's absolutely free. You can sign up or show up. I'm still going to show up. But what I'm going to do for you, for those of you who do sign up, you're going to get daily reminders and bonus content. I'm launching a new program, how to land your next 5 speaking gigs. So it's going to be absolutely free for you. It's going to be free for you. Then after that, you got to pay for it. What? So it's just going to be me and you, and I'm going to literally sit here and tell you how to land your next 5 speaking gigs so that we can make some money in the fall. Okay. That's what we're going to do. Hey, Podcast Maven, how are you doing? For those of you on Instagram, if you want to hang out with me August 12th through the 18th for podcast week on Ask the Budgetologist, go check the link in the bio. Check the link in the bio and just sign up. All right. Okay. Y'all got anything else for me? If you don't have anything else, I want to thank you so very much for tuning in. I appreciate every last one of you. Been doing this show for over a year now. And, every time there's a new person, every time there's somebody here, I love you and I appreciate the heck out of you. So I want you to have an amazing day. We're going to sign off here on Instagram first, but I got to tell you what we're talking about tomorrow. All right. I'm not prepared. All right. Tomorrow. Oh, all right. Today we talked about CFO day. We looked at the numbers. Tomorrow we're going to talk about what the heck are you selling? You got to sell something, folks. All right. So we're going to talk about what are you selling? What are you selling? What are you selling? Because a lot of us do a lot of things. I've done it too. A lot of us do some things and we just don't sell stuff either. We do all these cute little live streams and podcasts, but we don't sell anything. So we're going to talk about feeding your budget tomorrow, and you got to get out there and sell something. I don't care what it is, just sell something. All right, y'all. For those of you on Instagram, take care. Happy budgeting. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. We're going to talk about what the heck are you selling. All right. And for those of you here on Facebook, thank you so very much, Monique, Heather, Beatrice. Yeah, we didn't have a lot of people here today because everybody's out selling something, right? Yeah. Have an amazing day. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Bye.